You know, the Resident Evil series is something else. Sometimes it's really good, and other times it's However, Resident Evil 7 does not disappoint. It goes back to its roots of survival horror, and it's just a big, horrific nightmare. RE7, as the kids call it, is about a bland fellow named Ethan. He's on a quest to save his long-lost girlfriend, Mia. You get a videotape from Mia saying, "Don't come find me." She says, "Don't come find me." Well, looks like she doesn't want me to find her, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna find her. He's got bigger problems, and those problems are called the Baker family. Being introduced to the Baker family was like the creepiest thing ever.
Hit boy's got to eat. He got to have his supper. Come here, boy. Let's do this. Come on.
I mean, it's obvious. Immediately as you start playing, you know the Bakers are the biggest enemies in the game, and each one brings their own variety of scare tactics and nightmares, from my personal opinion. One reminds me of Jason, another one reminds me of Jigsaw, another one reminds me of the Texas Chainsaw Dude, and I even got an exorcism vibe at the beginning. No thank you. Nope. You'll find yourself saying nope a bunch.
Resident Evil.
Nope. The narrative never feels like a stereotypic damsel in distress story. Each character holds their own, and it keeps you on your toes with what's going to happen next. One of the most satisfying things about the story was that it ties itself to the rest of the series. No spoilers, of course, for me, but I felt that was a great addition to the game. RE7 has a first-person perspective and has a lot of similarities to Outlast. It feels more like an adventure game than a first-person shooter. Bullets are scarce, and headshots become essential after a while. You get bullets and great weapons, but you never feel overpowered. Knowing when to fight and knowing when to run becomes essential. You will run out of bullets real quick. And when you run out of bullets, you will have a bad time. You missing your shots, you're gonna have a bad time. You doing stupid shit, you're gonna have a bad time.
You run into another skier, your skis are gonna cross, gonna have a bad time.
And the health item cracked me up though. Just throw water in your hands, it'll be fine.
What the fuck?
The puzzles, however, were so upsetting. They were far too rare, and when you did get one, they were so simple. I liked the shadow puzzle though, I'll give them that. That was pretty creative. RE7 relies on its atmosphere to get the feeling of horror across. The setting is disgusting, just from the graphics and the sound design in this game. Ugh. There's always a feeling of something creepy or gross in the distance. Unpredictable encounters and jump scares from the Baker family are the highlight of this game, but lack of enemy variety is unfortunately a problem.
Stay the fuck out!
I have to talk about VR now because it's a thing. Remember back in the day when 3D became a thing and everyone was like, yo, you need to see Avatar in 3D. There's no better way to experience. You can't watch it in regular theaters. You can't watch it on VHS. You just need to watch it in 3D. Then you found out they were right after you saw it. Yeah, that's how this is. When you play it in VR, it's great. It's designed for VR. There's so many in-your-face moments, However, I found myself becoming exhausted playing for a couple of hours with it, but I have to give it to Capcom. I just have to. To make the entire game playable in VR is just so cool. It adds to the experience. RE7 has the same problem most horror games have. It stops being scary. There's a point where it just feels like you're just going through the motions and it's not gonna scare you anymore. I hate giving critiques without providing solutions, but honestly, this is a tough one for any game developer, and I don't think any horror game has overcome this. How do you keep the player having fun for 10 straight hours and scared for 10 straight hours? That being said, I'm not holding it against them. It's still one of the best horror experiences you can have. And a lot of people complain about it being 10 hours, and honestly, that's fine. It's still a must buy. Play the game, there's DLC and stuff coming out too. It's a great story. And if you're a fan of Resident Evil or just horror films in general, you need to be playing this game. And if you're not a fan of horror movies or horror games and you're really scared of stuff, you should be recording yourself playing this game. I want to laugh. All jokes aside, this is one of the best Resident Evil games in the series. Big it up, people, and thanks for watching.